does it.
Yeah.
You said you were a comedian or something?
Comedian.
Good evening, everybody who's up late in Nashville. This is Steve Olivas and Greg Bice coming to you from Littleton, Colorado. Game 4 of the weekend against the dreaded LA Junior Kings. I think they may have forsaken the ice cut between games. I don't know if something malfunctioned with the ZAM or what, or if something malfunctioned with me. I don't even know if I missed it. We had a little bit of a technical meltdown before the games, before the kids took the ice, but I think we've got it corrected. Greg Bice is on the scene, and it's good to have an electrical, mechanical, aeronautic, chemical engineer next to me. There is no problem that we cannot solve. All right, the Preds are 2-1 on the weekend. The Kings are 3-0, and we are fighting for our lives. We have to win the game to move on into the playoffs. Only the top 2 teams from each bracket move on. Right now, we're sitting in 3rd place. 3rd place out of 5 teams means we can't have a tie or a loss. If we tie or lose, the Gentry Galaxy, the team we should have beat, is going to take our place. Going into the final round, we'll play a consolation game against the 3rd place team. The worst we can do is 3rd place, which is not bad. Considering the weekend we had last week in St. Louis, seems like 3rd place is an upgrade from anything we were capable of 7 days ago. Parker's line starts the game without defensemen behind them. Looks like Jordan has changed. Oh, no. Philosophically, he's going to play with some D. Greg, that's good news for your kid. Yeah. All right, Parker takes the draw and wins it clean. It goes to Matthews, who steps across the red line and flings it deep. Dump and chase. Ben Byron coming to the near wall. There are the Kings. Trying to work a breakout. Hutchinson and Olivas can't hold the line. Holy cow, now they're behind it. 3-on-1 break for the Kings, and Matthews disrupts it, gets it out of the zone. The Kings mishandle the pass. Now Parker scored 1-on-1 with the goaltender. Parker in and put it right in the goalie's glove. Holy cow, Parker had the entire near side of the net to work with, decided to stay wide. The goalie held out his hand, and Parker said, hold on, let me just drop it in there for you. And he did. It was beautiful. It was a handoff, like to Gale Sayers. What are you going to do? All right, Wagner's line is on. Wagner wins the draw. Bice was a little bit caught, not sure if he should step up and take that or not, so the Kings took it for him. Bring it down the near wall and sending it around. I thought it was going behind Caldwell, but it ended up bouncing in front of him. Matthew Caldwell is in net for this second game. The referee pointing at the near post. Not sure if the net came off or if it did come off. Referee putting the net back on its moorings. We're going to tee it up just to Matthew Caldwell's right and start it one more time. 14-17 left in the first period. We're just underway. Second shift of the game. Dillon wins another face-off to Kananen. Kananen sends it up to LA's point man, who sends it across the front of the crease to the near wall. Here comes LaHaye. LaHaye's having a heck of a weekend. Spins it behind the net. Wagner's chasing it. Kings put it right in his chest. That went right through him. Somebody lost a stick, and it's one of our kids. I think it's Houston. LA now coming with a well-orchestrated breakout through the neutral zone. Gets picked up by Clancy. Clancy changed the angle of the play. LA went for a shift change, a line change in the meantime. When they did, that gave the Preds enough time to get it under control. But Winger just kind of backed out to the far point and sent one into the net. Matthew Caldwell was there, had the angle, had the puck, no problem. Face off to Caldwell's right. Third line on, Cypher's line. Ellingson and Simonek are on with him to the near half wall. Battle coming. Everybody's trying to send it up the wall instead of to the middle. The Kings bring it to the middle, right down Broadway. Caldwell kicks it away. Ellingson hits a kid 4 inches in front of him. Simonek tries to run before he has the puck. Gowdy's doing the same thing. They're just trying to get it forward into the zone. The Kings again get behind everybody. 2-on-1. Cole Matthews trying to take the puck. Intercepted and then given away. Simonek intercepted the pass and then handed it right back to the Kings in the top slot. He took the shot. Caldwell was able to glove it down. Simonek didn't even look. Junior Preds, when they play a faster team, they feel too much pressure and they lose their minds. Parker's line comes back out. Second shift of the game for these kids, Parker, Byron, and Olivas. We got Hutchinson and Matthews on the blue line. Puck gets sent wide. Olivas in the corner, takes out the Kings kid, and now takes the puck. Olivas gloves it down, gets it to Parker. Parker's got Byron in front of him. Parker sending it to Byron, jumps over his stick. Byron to the near half wall. Puts on the brakes, gives it away. Olivas comes in and wrecks another kid. Parker, beautiful pass to Matthews, who swung over the top of the puck. Matthews to Ben Byron, backdoor pass through the legs to Olivas. Olivas to the far half wall. LA Kings take possession. 2-on-2. Junior Preds defensemen are in position to take charge. Hutchinson changes the play. It comes off of Caldwell's blocker. LA picks up the puck, comes to the high slot. Ben Byron is going to ice that thing so we can get a change. The forwards have been up and down twice, and they needed some fresh legs. 5 off and 5 on. 10 new legs on the ice for the Preds. 12:23 remaining. Period number 1. No score if you're just joining us. We're going late into the night. It's 8 o'clock Rocky Mountain time. About 3 a.m. in Nashville as far as I'm concerned. Wagner's line is out. Battle on the near boards again. A lot of the game on this side of the rink. Houston picks it up and is immediately enveloped by a couple of big Kings. Oh, man! Assenmacher almost took control and had a shot, and then he almost fed Wagner. The puck had a little too much giddy-up on it to get to either stick. LA picks up the loose puck. Assenmacher far half wall. Again, the Junior Preds don't think they have any time, and so they're just whipping the puck wildly. LA has a more calculated attack plan, and they're able to connect on some passes. Kananen backdoor to the near half wall. Junior Preds, I think Assenmacher just stopped right there. LA into the neutral zone. They're running back into their own zone to grab it while the Preds go for a change. Long stretch pass for the Kings, picked off by Matthew Bice. Bice puts it on net. The goalie gloves it down for a stoppage. Bice earned a face-off deep in the Kings zone. That third line has had some time to fully change. Clancy and Gowdy come up skating into the face-off area. They'll take the blue line. Simonek on the near side. Ellingson on the far side. Cyphers loses the draw. LA on the punch. Here we go. Across the red line. Cyphers on the back check. Removes Kidd from puck. The pass was made to Simonek. Simonek had lost his footing, so the pass just kind of ricocheted harmlessly off the near wall. LA picks up the loose puck. They're having some trouble getting it out of their zone now. Good forecheck pressure by the Predators. Ellingson over to the far wall. LA's trying to whip it out. Simonek might have kept it in. Ellingson is in there in support. LA finally gets it out. Cyphers misses a check. Gowdy comes to Clancy. D to D near side. Clancy gives it away. LA back into our zone. Clancy's going D to D to Gowdy. Gowdy mishandled that pass. Kings kid, who's much bigger than him, comes on. Olivas is off the bench helping. Parker is with him. Parker scoots it up to Simonek, who's still on the ice. Simonek turns off to go to the bench. Olivas putting forecheck pressure on the 2D. They get it through Olivas and Parker. Byron picks off the pass and then gets it knocked off his stick. Byron never looked up. The kid was standing there waiting for him. Parker just tries to like shuffleboard it over to Matthews. Matthews passed it right to the Kings. Matthews didn't look up, just got rid of it. Ben Byron waves at a pass about chest high. The Kings pick up the loose puck, cross the red line, and drop it deep. One of them, 4 of us. Let's see who comes away with it. It's the Kings. The Kings to the middle of the ice. Ben Byron looks scared on that one. He stopped skating and kind of ducked away from the play. Hutchinson just got nailed from behind, head first into the boards. He gets back up again and starts pushing. Parker trying to support. The Kings have 2 kids that are about as big as their uncles playing. Into the middle of the ice. Matthews swung over the top of the puck. LA gets the puck back. Far half wall battle. Matthews pinches a kid. They put it right down the middle of the ice. Fortunately, the pass was mishandled, and the Preds just whip it down into the Kings zone for another change. End-to-end action. LA, stretch pass, knock it into the Preds zone. Apparently, I thought the kid on the near wall might have touched it, but I guess not. Icing is the call. The puck, the face-off will come all the way back into the Kings zone. 9:21 remaining, period number 1. No score if you're just joining us. Kids just getting to know each other. It's 7 o'clock on the Kings' bodies. It's 9 at night on ours. That may give them a little bit of an advantage. Face-off was won by the Kings. It's put back behind the net. The goaltender stops play. We're going to do it again. Wagner, Assenmacher, and Houston LaHaye are out. Bison Kananen on the blue line. Wagner wins another one. Wagner much more effective at the faceoff dot this game. Won it clean to Kananen, who shot it on net. The goaltender for LA not giving any rebounds away. They're doing it again to the LA goalie's left. Wagner, another clean win to Houston, who lost the handle. That's too bad. He was going to put one in. Kananen giving chase. He's got a kid all over his back. Weiss picks it up. Bounce pass to Asemacher. Asemacher, that came hard off the wall. I don't know if Cal had much of a chance, other than just luckily timing that one. It went to the Kings and then jumped up over the glass for another stoppage. 9:03 remaining in period one. Face off on the dot just outside the Predator zone. Matthew Caldwell taking a look. LA wins that one. Wagner's line still on the ice. LA shoots it deep, dump and chase. Kananen took the wrong angle to the puck, and he's paying for it now. There's some rocking and socking going on along the wall behind Matthew Caldwell. Kananen tried to size the kid up for a shot. I don't know if the kid even felt him. LA's got some big boys. Nashville is puberty adjacent. Wagner's got it, streaking across the middle. He's got someone going with him. It's Houston. Houston ended up with a quick wrister backhand off the goalie. The goaltender saw it the whole way, got that leg pad down and kept it out of the net. Wagner gets taken off his feet. That's not Wagner, that's Houston. My mistake. Wagner's still battling on this side. LA is going to ice it again. Neither team has looked particularly organized. We'll see who comes out with the first goal. That's going to be an important one. 8:18 remaining period number one. Nancy and Gowdy, the Twin Towers, come out to take the red line. We've got that third line. We've got Cyphers with Ellingson and Simonek leaning down, waiting for the puck to drop. It does. Simonek steps forward. Looks like he collided sticks with Ellingson. They got in each other's way, and LA is going to get a shot on Caldwell. Caldwell had the angle, measured out perfectly, got those leg pads together, and we're going to ice the puck the other direction now. So some sloppy play on both sides. Probably been 5 or 6 icings already, I think.
Yeah.
Passing and catching, skills that seem to be evading both teams for the time being. Harper's line comes out. We're deep in the Pred zone this time to Caldwell's left. Parker wins the draw. The Preds have been pretty good at the faceoff dot this game. Olivas, little backhand pass. Matthews mishandled it. The Kings come up with a shot and 2, and they put it in. Matthews had a chance to grab that one and skate it out of the zone. It wasn't an easy play. The puck was bouncing, but when he swung and missed, he kept going straight. LA held their ground. They put one off of Caldwell, grabbed the rebound. Junior Preds are polite. They don't push kids out of the crease. They make sure that everybody's well fed. We offer them something to drink. If they need a comfortable place to sit, we'll arrange the crease to be as nice as possible for them. Some down comforters, pillows that are stuffed with hummingbird feathers. All right, same line on the ice. This line has been responsible for giving up probably 30 goals over the last couple of weekends. It has not been a good showing for this second line. And deep into the corner, Matthews gets it. Matthews knew that was coming and got crushed. Hutchinson took it from Olivas, gave it back to him. Olivas rims it around behind the net. Ben Byron now gets it to the half wall. There was no Predator standing there, just Kings. Hutchinson now puts it off one of the defensemen who went down on a knee to deflect that one wide. And the Kings send it all the way down for another icing call. Play coming all the way back into the Kings' end of the ice. Third line coming on for the Preds. No, I'm sorry, second line. We got Wagner out with Asemacher and LaHaye. Weiss and Kananen near to far on the blue line. Wagner bends over, settles in. He has to get set first. LA is the home team. Referee takes a look. He's going to kick the Kings kid out of the dot, I think. Yeah, he is. The Kings lost one of their best players to Shattuck this year, Anthony Yu. So they're a little bit depleted, but for some reason, other cities have many, many kids to pick from. Kids that go through puberty, Greg. It's a strange concept. Nashville's read about puberty in some of their school books. They don't believe it actually exists. It's like a religious experience for other cities and other kids. The Predators don't believe in puberty. They're more resolute in some of their religious affiliations. Another icing is coming. The Junior Preds, they're able to throw passes and they're able to receive passes. We've seen it done in practice when there's no defenseman around us. Put another team, it's like putting a golf ball in front of my golf swing. Just messes everything up. 6:40 remaining, period number 1. Still no score. Matthew Caldwell has been perfect in net. Near point, LA Kings trying to keep control. Oh man, the Preds let him walk right into the slot. I don't know who blew that coverage. Whoever is supposed to pick him up was reading a newspaper somewhere else on the rink. Maybe we were short-handed. Did Georgia put enough guys out there, Greg? Because it looked like he could have walked right up, shook Caldwell's hand, and then put it in, and the Preds would have been like, damn, that guy was wide open. Junior Preds pointing at each other. It's never anybody's fault. That's the other thing I've learned, Greg. It's someone else's fault. All right, Parker's line is out. LA Kings, this doesn't look like it's going to end with the Predators in the playoffs tomorrow. It seems a constellation game is in our future, but after the St. Louis destruction weekend, here we go again, right down Main Street, and he whistled it high and wide. One of the defensemen fell down. I don't know if it was Clancy or if it was Gowdy, but the LA player basically walked in. He had a sandwich with Caldwell. It was a nice meeting of the two. They caught up. They had some fine international coffee. They let their hands soak in some Calgon, and it didn't make it wrinkle. It was so amazing. No dishpan hands. Now to the slot. Another shot whistles into Caldwell. He keeps it out of the net. This line is again having trouble clearing the zone. Parker, Olivas, and Byron. They don't get paid to play defense. They got the Twin Towers behind them. What more do you want? On that far half wall, Olivas barrels through and knocks it behind the net. Gowdy's a couple of steps behind the LA Kings kid. Finally, it took two of us to knock one of them off his feet. You combine all five of us, we'll at least cut him down to 3 guys. Parker gloves it down to himself. Byron stops at the blue line. It's onside. Parker to the middle of the ice. Olivas misses the puck and then puts it on net. The goaltender didn't expect it to come low. Olivas was trying for that 5-hole. It got knocked up and over the crossbar. Olivas on the forecheck keeps it in. The kids are moving slow. Olivas going off for the change. Junior Preds look like they just want to go to bed. I don't think the Kings would mind. Kings will take an undefeated record into the playoff round. The bracket that we're in is a little softer than the other one. The Kings are benefiting from some scheduling and luck of the draw, just like we are. But the Kings are traditionally a very strong team, top to bottom. So they will fare well in the playoffs tomorrow, and we'll probably play either the Phoenix Coyotes, the San Jose Sharks, no, the Thunderbirds, or the, who's the other team over there? Okay. Greg and I will talk amongst each other, and he doesn't have a mic, so you won't be privy to his half, and you'll only be privy to, like, echoes of my half. That's good broadcasting. 101. They say have off-mic conversations while the game is being played. Hutchinson. Whoa! Tipped by Assenmacher. LA made the mistake of kicking that puck. Assenmacher couldn't touch it because he hit it with a high stick. The Kings kid had lost his stick, and he tried to soccer kick it to a teammate, but Assenmacher took it off his foot. Rappy can't do it. Houston trying that wraparound. LA finally whips it out of the zone, and that's going for icing. We're going to try to hit triple digits on icing calls today, and we are well on pace here in the first period. 3:40 remaining. LA with a commanding 2-0 lead, and the game has not been as close as that score indicates. Junior Preds move like a battalion that's just gotten thrashed in combat. They don't want the puck to drop. That means they're going to have to play again. Oh, and it's going to hurt. LA down the far wall, get engaged by Kananen, who takes him out. Nice pinch by Kananen. LA, of course, gets the pucks because the other kids just stand there and wait. Nobody wants anything to do with contact when the team they're playing is that much bigger. Simonek crosses the red line, puts it just probably off net. The goalie doesn't take any chances, though. Puts the paddle down, stops it, and drops a mid over it. 3:15 remaining in the first period, and it's going to be a long night. Greg Bice is on piece number 3 of his Trident sugar-free gum. 4 out of 5 dentists recommend sugar-free gum for their patients who chew gum, and the other one's just a jerk. Kinanen, cross-ice pass to LA, and the Kings are coming down one on Bice, and Bice did not even, his pulse didn't get over 65. Bice was like, bring it. Around behind the goaltender. This is the porous line that's out, the one that gives the goals away for cheap. Here come the Kings. It's Parker's line. Byron, Olivas. Bice just hits the dirt, and he's going to be out for vengeance. All right, there's no defenseman in our zone. Let's see if we can get the puck out. And the answer is no! The LA Kings don't even have to be out there, and we screw it up. LA can do a line shift that involves a couple of mimosas, and we're still going to ice the puck and put it in front of Caldwell. There can physically be a baton that each can have. It can be a wristband that they give to the next line coming out, and we still wouldn't be able to bring it down and get a shot. LA using the defense for a screen, and Caldwell picks it up. Big battle on the far half wall. LaHaye comes away with it, gets it out to Wagner. Wagner trying to run around the kid. I don't know why he's trying it against this team. It ain't going to work. D to D doesn't work. LA puts it into Caldwell's belly. Gowdy sends it out toward LaHaye. LaHaye ramps it into the neutral zone. LA picks it up. LA throws a pass to Wagner. Wagner got it deep. Nobody could chase because Asemacher was coming back on side. LA picks it up, sends it behind their goalie to the near wall. Near point man gets it out of the zone. It's like Asemacher picked it up, took a baseball swing at it. You're keeping track, that's strike 2. Wagner now sends it behind himself. Gets it to LaHaye. LaHaye is 1-on-4. He wasn't going to look to pass for anything. Simonek fresh off the bench. Sends it over to Hutchinson. Hutch skates it up the near wall. Now to the middle. Hutchinson went into the teeth of the defense, and they just smacked it off his stick. They're like, what are you doing? Into the near corner it comes. The Kings have it. Simonek giving chase. Allenson giving chase. Simonek intercepted a pass and then got his feet ripped out from under him by Nick Cyphers. Junior Pretz looking all kind of good right now. Here come the Kings up the near wall. They skated to the corner, looking, lose the puck to Matthews, who swung over the top of the puck. LA just picked it up and put it in the net. Matthews again had control of the puck and then skated away without the puck. Matthews having a rough night on D. 1:08 remaining, and the Junior Preds are trying to elicit the mercy rule. 3-0 Kings. We want run time to start, and let's not even take a break between periods. Parker's line is back. Not sure what's going on with our camera. The camera doesn't like the game any more than we do. The camera is expressing the opinion of management. LA checked by Ben Byron and now by Brandon Olivas. Garrett Parker. How did LA come out with the puck? The Junior Preds have holes in their sticks today. Not on D. Kinanen rides a kid into the back wall and then has a little punching match, which he loses, and his stick. LA right to the front of the net. Junior Preds can't find the handle on it. And give it away. Looks like a tripping call is going to be made. I'm guessing it's against the Kings, if for no other reason than to try to make the game fair. Now it's against us. Matthew Bice going to the box. Well, the Junior Preds have nothing 5-on-5. Let's see if we can do something 4-on-5. This will open up the ice. We won't run into each other and take the puck off each other's sticks. Wagner and LaHaye come out. First 2 forwards to kill this penalty. 2 minutes for tripping on Bice. 35.9 left in period number 1. Matthews will be out with Hutchinson on the blue line. LA wins the draw. LA doesn't look like they have a lot of patience to play the perimeter. They're aggressive. They're going to drive it in and shoot. Cross-ice pass. They whip it in on Caldwell. Caldwell kicks it to the far wall. LA working the perimeter a little bit. Get around a kid. That looked like Houston. That LA did a nifty little move that I haven't seen very often. Now they're at the far point again. 10 seconds left in the period. LA, little backdoor pass. It fooled everybody except LA. The Juju Preds are confused because when LA passes, it's to each other. That has only been philosophically in place for our team one game, and it was earlier today. Now they're back to their old tricks. 4 seconds left. Drop and pop. Let's see if we can keep it out of the net. LA D to D. That'll do it. Well, at the end of one, it's only 3-0, and that's actually the good news. The bad news is we're going to cut the ice between. All right, so they did not cut the ice before the game. They're going to cut it between periods. Maybe this will just be a 2-period game because they're children. They need their rest. They have to go home and go to bed. All right, well, we will shut her down for the ice cut, and we'll reconvene at the end of about a 10-minute break. Until then, Steve Olivas, who may lose his voice conveniently between periods, for Greg Weiss, who is now chewing on the box of Friday. We'll come back at you in a little bit.